Hey, you guys, let's have a relaxing evening tonight, and we'll go through this National Enquirer tabloid magazine from August 30th, 2021. Reminder, turn down your contrast and your brightness on your device so it won't be so bright in your room. And maybe, if it's not so bright in your room, you can fall asleep quicker and easier, and perhaps you can be the winner in our ongoing challenge. First one who falls asleep wins. Let's see here. Mario Cuomo's dad is spinning in his grave. FYI. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw play a couple on a show. A show called 1883, the prequel to the TV hit show Yellowstone. His spouse is jealous of his successful acting career, sources squealed. Tim wouldn't accept the role unless Faith was at least given an audition, says an insider. Well, I'll be. Sandra Bullock, Tim McGraw on The Blind Side. Friday Night Lights, Tim McGraw. Blake's in Kelly's Corner. Kelly Clarkson and Blake Shelton were 2 out of 3 clients that Brandon represented. And Brandon is Kelly Clarkson's soon-to-be ex-husband. He's fighting back for every last penny that Kelly Clarkson has, says insiders regarding their divorce battle. Terrible. Wedding bells for Rex and Reba. I guess that's her boyfriend. Tiger Woods is suing his blabbermouth mistress. John Travolta and Tom Cruise patch things up. They get in a fight over Scientology. John Travolta has been jealous of Tom's preferred status in Scientology, spilled a source. But they've healed their longtime rift in the wake of John Travolta's in the wake of his wife's death, Kelly Preston, and the two have buried the hatchet. Dog. Dwayne Dog Chapman. He's now got his 6th wife. Wedding is September 21st. Frances Griffin, Dwayne Chapman bonded over the death of their spouses. Can't wait to be man and wife. An insider revealed. She has turned my whole life around since we met. And Beth, prior wife, died of cancer in 2019. Let's see, Sam, Fran for Julia and hubby. Protective mom Julia Roberts moved to San Francisco last year with Danny Motor for the sake of their 3 kids. But her ambitious hubby's heart is still in Hollywood, squeal the sources. I'll believe it. $8.3 million townhouse. His career is really taking off. They got married in 2002. They have 16-year-old twins, a 14-year-old son. Wow. It's hard to. When you move from Hollywood, I'm sure it's not easy to forget Hollywood. Sex monster Prince Andrew cornered like a rat. Underage girl makes chilling sex assault charge in a new lawsuit. Well, first he was with that, what's his name? Lawsuit or scandal. They don't even call him Prince anymore, except the beginning of the article, but headlines just call him Andrew. Interesting. Andrew could be exiled from the royal family and live out the rest of his life in disgrace. Terrible. Christiane Maxwell is currently in jail waiting sex trafficking charges. Yeah, remember that lady? And then here he is with a 17-year-old Virginia Golfrey, now 38. She's at 17, 38. Terrible. Danny Masterson. I don't know who he is. He's accused of raping 3 women. And here we have Hot Shots. Molly Shannon. Molly Shannon. Up here is Jennifer Hudson and Smokey Robinson. Up here. Pink. There's Pink. Heidi Klum. New Jeopardy dude has a funky past. Executive producer, Jeopardy executive producer Mike Richards landed the game show's hosting gig. even though he's had 2 ugly lawsuits. This is old news, though. I think the new news is he's kicked out. Jim Belushi's marriage goes up in smoke. I like Jim Belushi. I really like him. He's like a real guy. He does it all. He's rough and rowdy. He smokes and drinks, but he's nice. He has a nice wife and family and just a nice life. Funny man, Jim Belushi's marriage. That reminds me. I forgot all about. We saw him in person. Where can I write my little story time note? I need to. Don't let me forget to tell you the story time. He used to have a band. I forgot the name of the band. Maybe he still has a band. We saw him in person. Totally forgot about that. Anyways. Okay, Jennifer Sloan. Their marriage has gone to pot, and this time it's not even marijuana that can help them hash out their differences. Let's see. On August 6th, the According to Jim Store, who's now grows his own weed in Eagle Point, Oregon, filed for divorce in L.A. from his wife of 23 years. They got hitched in 98. Parents of 22-year-old Jameson, 19-year-old Jared, and this isn't the first time they've threatened to call it quits. 2018, Jennifer filed but canceled it 13 months later. The former SNL star once claimed that his pot crop kept their spark alive. My wife might ask me where I want to go for dinner. After a toke, I might say, "Oh, baby, we could go to Taco Bell as long as you're sitting across from me." He growled. That's funny. Sources claim the best buds drifted apart because Jennifer is busy running a boutique, while Jim is focused on growing in Oregon. It looks as if he and his family gone up in smoke. And just like that, war broke out. Let's see. Sex and the City reboot has turned into a war zone. I saw that a couple weeks ago, and it looked like everybody was so happy. Insiders said that without Kim Cattrall to kick around, Sarah Jessica Parker and Cynthia Nixon, Chris and Davis have turned on each other. Is that crazy? It's supposed to be at 10 half-hour episodes on HBO Max. It's called And Just Like That. I like the new power structure. City streets are meaner than ever. See, this is right here. This is them in the new reboot. Kathy Griffin's lung cancer. I need a bubblegum ball fix. Yeah, did you hear about that? Kathy Griffin has lung cancer. She and Anderson Cooper hosted CNN's New Year's Eve special for 10 years. The two fell out after she posted a severed head. Resembled Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, terrible. The relationship has never totally been repaired. But he doesn't wish her any harm. And here's Nick Carter and Aaron Carter. Backstreet Boys pop star Nick Carter plans to skip his train wreck brother Aaron's opening and Naked Boys singing in Las Vegas. What? I didn't hear that. It would be weird enough to see your brother nude on stage is the real reason Nick won't be at Aaron's opening. Because they're not speaking to each other. I guess they don't speak anymore. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Oops. Amanda Seyfried was spotted on the set of the new Hulu series, The Dropout. I have no clue who she is. But ugly. Ben bulks up after J-Lo's rump roast. Jennifer Lopez is up at the crack of dawn doing a 90-minute workout. Not there. Ben Affleck has recently slimmed down. Ben knows all eyes are on him. Spilled an insider. That's interesting. Jennifer and Ben Affleck, also known as Benifer, are back together. Brendan Fraser fans missed The Mummy. Brendan recently teared up in a TikTok video. Oh, and I saw that fans were cheering for his comeback. Oh, that's nice. So many people who love you. Oh. Happy tears, that's nice. Tale of the duct tape. Oh, that's a main story. Wife killer Scott Peterson was grilled in a new co-ed murder because he partied with this missing beauty. Here's his wife and pregnant wife he killed. Lacey. And at the same party was Kristen Smart the night she disappeared. The plot thickens. Oh my goodness. Prosecutors say he was later ruled out as a suspect in her death. But I guess they're gonna bring him in court and ask him questions again. Terrible. Fred Goldman, from OJ. Remember the dad? Fred Goldman. He snapped that Simpson has an enviable situation. He got away with murder. OJ should rot in COVID hell. OJ Simpson's on parole, but admits to playing golf at least 4 times a week. Says there's Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, the two that were murdered. I remember that like yesterday. That's another story I should... Man, so many celebrity stories we haven't talked about. How come I can't find a scratch paper? I have to use this. And I want to tell you about... I think I did tell you about the O.J. Simpson, the night O.J. Simpson car chase. That was something. And then Jim Belushi, him in person. New black eye for scandalous CBS. Who is CBS? Fears, the actual network. Fears Network, Honcho's book, Whistling Mud. Oh, someone's writing a book, a tell-all book by CBS Honcho. Threatens to reveal decades of network secrets. According to insiders, it has the broadcaster's top names. In an uproar, Kaylee Kuko and disgraced boss Les Moves and his wife Julia Chen are frantic for a sneak peek at public relations maven Jeremy Murphy's book. Boomers are spreading like wildfire. It's not scheduled to come out till next year, buzzes a source. But talk has been so intense that now they want to push the publication up to November of this year. My goodness. Jeremy Murphy, this guy will name names. Yeah, I remember this girl. She's on Big Bang Theory. Kaylee Kuko starred on Big Bang Theory 2007-2019. Neil Patrick Harris also How I Met Your Mother. Those are both CBS shows. I'm sure there's a lot of terrible things still going on. Fired Fox host creeps out the Newsmax gang. Caroline Hellman and Eric sexually harassed her. Some of Eric Pauling's new colleagues are staying away from him, says an insider. Now, there was a Fox person that got fired. Is that her? I guess. And says insiders claim not everyone at the right-leaning cable network is thrilled because she has landed on her feet with a program at Newsmax. Oh, wow. Let's see how that goes. Obama lords it over. His big birthday bash. Michelle and singer HER and Barack at his birthday party. And the 60-year-old dancing up a storm with HER. Former president hosted a maskless event with hundreds of guests. Gayle King, Alicia Keys, Don Cheadle. Critics say ego problems stem from his insecurity. KG Barack Obama posed as a man of the people in the Oval Office, but a top shrink claimed his star-studded 60th birthday bash proved his ego is out of control. Despite COVID, infections are surging across the U.S. and calls to cancel the potential super spreader event. The former president showed he's no average Joe. And he welcomed unmasked guests over to the top shindig of the evening. Big Head Barack rolled out the red carpet for hundreds of A-listers, including Don Cheadle. He even erected a huge tent outside his $12 million mansion on Martha's Vineyard. Now, one-time political allies, including Joe Biden, aim to take him down. Where is he? Obama has become increasingly convinced that he can do anything and get away with it. Beverly Hills psychiatrist Dr. Carol Lieberman told the National Enquirer, he never suffered any consequences while in the White House, and as years has passed, he doesn't even try to hide his outrageous behavior. In fact, he flaunts it to prove that he's still the most powerful man in the world. She believes that Obama suffers from imposter syndrome. He feels he doesn't deserve the power that he was handed as president, while fawning yes men stroked his ego. Meghan can cry if she wants to. Diva Duchess Meghan is fuming after being left off the guest list for Barack Obama's 60th birthday bash, while Hollywood bully Chrissy Teigen and musician husband John Legend made the cut. Sources snitched. The royal runaway, age 40, and henpecked hubby Prince Harry, 36, weren't among the 300 revelers at the event in Martha's Vineyard. Terrible. They can't believe Chrissy and her husband were preferred over them. Oh, boy. Jerry O'Connell had no idea what his in for, dished an insider. Cheryl Underwood figured she's the de facto host, said a source. Oh, the talk snake pit. Nice guy Jerry O'Connell has stumbled into a viper's nest at the talk. Cheryl Underwood was all welcoming when Jerry was a guest. But now that he's been hired for the show, she's not sold on him at all. Boy, now she's upset. Terrible. Beyonce gives her body TLC. There she is. I'm feeling my mind and body. Those are the things that I've been focusing on. It can be very easy to lose yourself quickly in this spirit and light. I've fought to protect my sanity and privacy. Oh, there's her family. Jay-Z and Bey and all the kids. That's cute. Bo Derek. Remember Bo Derek? It says, after 20 years together, Bo Derek and John Corbett secretly tie the knot. Sex and the City stud recently revealed that he wed 64-year-old beauty around Christmas time. They hooked up after her first husband died, John Derek, 98. We're private people, so we didn't make a big announcement. Dolly Parton dabbles in thrillers. Country legend Dolly Parton has revealed her latest duet. She's writing her first novel with best-selling author James Patterson. Oh my goodness, my husband loves James Patterson. I don't know what he'll think now. Dolly Parton made an album and James Patterson wrote the book. Run, Rose, Run. Is that Audrey Rose? Remember that movie with Anthony Hopkins? Audrey Rose. She got in a car accident, but then Anthony Hopkins' dead daughter came to life, and this other girl, or something to that effect. I love that movie, though. I try to watch it every time it's on, but my husband doesn't care for it. James Patterson called working with Dolly Parton an honor. That's a hell of a lot of fun as well. Ricci's Riches, new baby, new beau. Christina Ricci shared an ultrasound image on Instagram. Ex James Hierdergan and his new beau, baby daddy Mark Hampton. Rage Machine, John McEnroe melons out. Remember John McEnroe? Has his anger under control now. Was he the tennis guy from the 80s? No wonder. It was quite a while ago now. Tennis terror John McEnroe said he has gotten control over his temper and scary outbursts that landed him in the Gotham columns. Early 80s, thing of the past. His meltdowns were legendary, but the 62-year-old said that he can manage his emotions. That doesn't mean I don't fly off the handle still at times. Oh my goodness. Legendary meltdowns. I've had a bunch of them. What's the big deal? Hollywood gophers revolt. Underpaid and humiliated assistants to the stars push back on crazy demands. Oh, that's right, being a gopher girl or a gopher guy for the rich and famous. Overworked and underpaid Hollywood assistants aren't going to take it anymore, sources say. Rumblings of a walkout have A-listers and studio honchos on edge. Oh boy. Insiders say fed-up flunkies have long resented working around the clock, tending to the whims of abusive bosses, often for less than $30,000 a year. But the disgruntled gophers are ready to fight back after the International Alliance of Theatrical Staging Plays began negotiating with big studios, source said. Oh boy, there's 13 Hollywood unions. They represent workers ranging from set painters to cameramen, script printers. I signed a letter recently demanding higher wages, reasonable rest, a more humane and equitable workplace. I wonder if that's really true. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Jessica and Ashley Simpson, Bon Jovi, Lady Gaga, Paula Deen, Robert De Niro, Paula Abdul, J-Lo. Robert De Niro is tough on his assistants, according to a source. If he's having a bad day, he'll let you know, even if it's not your fault. 2019, he got a gender discrimination lawsuit after he sued her for allegedly abusing company credit cards and not properly doing her job. And then it was argued that he made demands that nobody could endure, calling her a bitch, made sexually suggestive comments. It's an ongoing lawsuit, and Robert De Niro has denied all the claims. Paula Deen, we know about Paula Deen, was toppled from her throne as the queen of Southern cooking with one of her racially insensitive comments, sexual harassment, derailing her TV career, leading to the close of several Paula Deen family kitchen restaurants. She's been trying to resurrect her career ever since, says an insider. Lady Gaga was slapped with a lawsuit, a former assistant. She owed her $390,000 in unpaid overtime, forced her to sleep in her bed so she wouldn't be alone. The case was settled, but the terms were not released. Manny, John Bon Jovi's assistant, got revenge on the rocker at a concert one night, dish the source. Security handed out special bracelets to the prettiest girls, giving them access to the party pit on stage. John's assistant got a bunch of the bracelets and gave them to the homeliest female fans. Then she was unknowingly served urine-laced coffee. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. And then Jessica and Ashley's dad, Joe Simpson, would send you out to pick up things for the family, $100, $200, and he says, I'll pay you back tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. He never paid us back. And we all quit. Then Angelina Jolie berates her staff if they aren't instantly available. And she calls and will blow her top if anybody even mentions her ex-husband Brad Pitt. No wonder all the personal assistants are plotting to unionize. Crazy. Kim's Kanye fixation. K-Clan fears rappers on charm offensive to reel her back in. Spellbound, Kim Kardashian's curious continued presence at ex-hubby Kanye West's side has shocked friends and family who fear that the bipolar rapper is luring the reality TV queen back into his wacky world, say insiders. I keep forgetting they're divorced, but yeah, he's had his moments. Interesting. And Eminem's ex apparently tried suicide. He married this lady, Kim Scott, twice. Him and her have a daughter named Kim. I guess she's tried a few things. In 2015. Her car crash incident, she admitted, was an intentional suicide attempt. Andrew Cuomo crashes and burns. Brittany Commisso accused Cuomo of groping her. All these targeted by lawmen probing sex crimes, misusing government cash, nursing home deaths. That's a lot of trouble. So, I guess he just moved out. In his resignation speech, a defiant Cuomo stated in his mind he'd never cross the line with anyone. State trooper charges Cuomo harassed her at his Mount Kisco home. Andrew's father, Mario, served as New York governor in 83 to 94, died in 2015. She recalled the start of her video. He must be spinning in his grave, and there he is. Weird how people always say so-and-so is spinning in their grave. I wonder what happened in history that sparked that saying. Sad time for this family. New York attorney Peter Gleason and Cuomo is attempting to skirt liability. I lost so much hair I panicked. Here's a bunch of health little things that I don't put any attention toward, because remember, this is a tabloid magazine. We never know what's true and what's real. Pollution clouds dementia. Flu shots shoot down COVID complication. It says that flu shots may protect against severe complications from COVID-19. I don't know about that. They're saying that COVID patients who have been vaccinated against the flu are also less likely to need hospitalization or intensive care. See, never believe any of this from a tabloid. It sounds kind of too good to be true. Uncle Man wants kids out of Hollywood Swim. Muscle-bound Jason Momoa's movie career is going along swimmingly, but the Aquaman hunk is throwing cold water on his children's acting ambitions. Game of Thrones villain, age 42, and his wife from the former Cosby Show, they share a daughter. I'll try my damnedest to keep my kids out of Hollywood, Jason admitted. I don't want them to get into acting. It's very hard on people, and I don't want them to have that pressure. Help. I've fallen and I can't get up. I know I make a lot of jokes about this. I am seriously thinking of getting this with my knee lately. A debacle. It's like every week it seems like it gets progressively worse and worse and worse, and I have to up my pain medication. I'm just nervous that one day I'm just going to buckle. You know how your knee can buckle, or you just lose strength? I don't want that to be me, but because I've made so much fun of this lady on that commercial, I think I need to inquire. Seriously. Monsters Hell for Halle. Halle Berry's heart-wrenching turn in the movie Monsters Ball earned her Best Actress trophy, making her the first black woman to snag the honor. But now she has an Oscar curse. She earned an Oscar in 2002 for her role in Monster Ball, opposite Billy Bob Thornton. So is there an Oscar curse I don't know about? She didn't get a ton of stuff coming her way. I guess after you win all those trophies, you get a lot of contracts, but she didn't. I guess they call that the Oscar curse. I don't know. Vaccine-resistant COVID invades the U.S. Scientists fear a new mutation is even deadlier yet. They call it the Lambda, Lambda variant accounted for 3,100 total cases, 44 states, and Washington, D.C. It's highly transmissible on the current dominant Delta variant. It's affecting people at a faster pace than last year's terrifying Alpha scourge. COVID-19 deaths continue to increase as the Lambda sweeps across the nation. How come we're not hearing about that one? Lambda can be a potential threat to human society. Says early data from a team at the University of Tokyo found Lambda demonstrated resistance to at least one coronavirus vaccine used in Peru, the country where it was first detected. Senior researcher warned. Critics raised concern about the returning U.S. athletes from the Olympics. Japanese health officials covered Lambda's arrival in Tokyo in July, before the start of the Olympics. Teens plane terror miraculously steers a sputtering craft to safe landing on a narrow bridge at Atlantic City last month. He was in a 75-year-old single-engine aircraft. Oh no, he's 75 years old, in a single-engine aircraft. So he was piloting it. So where's the teen? Brave teen steered the plane. I guess obviously he had a teen passenger. Brave teen steered the plane away from New Jersey resort town and landed it in a narrow gap on traffic in a nearby bridge. I was circling for a couple of hours. I saw my thermometer rolling down. Oh, I'm going to splash in the ocean. I was scared. Fortunately, I was able to get the engine spinning again, but it was sputtering. I held it at 50 miles an hour, got some altitude. Oh my goodness. Wow. There it is. That's a good miracle story. Tiger Woods pounces on Blabby X. Woods had an affair with Rachel that ended in 2009, and his wife divorced him in 2010. And Rachel spoke out in a documentary titled Tiger. I guess he's suing her. His former sex kitten, Rachel, they're trying to bleed her dry for flapping her mouth about their past fling, allegedly violating her $8 million non-disclosure agreement, making her life unlivable. Oh, I guess when you get together with the movie stars, you have to do a non-disclosure agreement for a ton of money, and she spoke against it. She's filed for bankruptcy, but the lawyers are still trying to get back her money. Wow. Here we are, the red carpet. Jordan Sparks. Tinashe. I don't know if I'm even saying her name right. Blake Lively. Jennifer Hudson. Lady Gaga. Susan Kalechi Watson. Here's this lady. Age don't mean squat to me. Edith is recognized by Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest competitive female powerlifter. I think she's like 100. Yeah? Granny. 100 years old. More powerlifting to her. She started lifting at age 91. She's an inspiration. I wonder if I'd be a weightlifter still, if I hadn't gotten married and had kids. I was such an weightlifter. That's another story I could tell. I've still never told that story. My gym and weights, weightlifting. Gym. Which my first gym started end of 76 or beginning of 77, I think. I have to ask my mom. We were mother-daughter. Gym gals. Marijuana sales lose their high. Canadian marijuana manufacturers are sitting on 2.4 million pounds of dope that they can't sell. American firms are saying the same thing. Pot industry is struggling. Publicly traded cannabis companies lost 80% of their market between 2019 and 2020. I'll be... what is this? Your upgrade from couch to first class has been approved. Whether you want to sleep, read, or watch TV, the perfect sleep chair is here. Oh my goodness. How much is that? Look. It can even... Oops, can't... Look, it can even push me up when I get my knee replaced.